I was abandoned, and I just wanted to erase that from my life story. At some point, I just had a realization that part is also me. It's what complete my identity. My earliest memory, I was always with my brother. I always held his hand, and for some reason I was always crying next to him. Well, I later learned that I was living in an orphanage. I first learned that my situation was a lot different from other children when I went to elementary school. I think I was in 5th grade or 6th grade. 국장님 pulled me down and we started talking about YANA and this family in New Jersey. This 집사님 went to Harvard, MIT, works at Wall Street, and she asked me if I wanted to go to America. Of course I said yes. And then I remember when I first got my email from my dad, he said, "Hi Yejin, I'm looking forward to meet you. You can either call me Appa or Daddy." I think at the time I just called him Daddy because it was weird to call someone Appa. But now that I think about it, it's the same thing. I don't know. I think he just did it to make me feel more comfortable. It was my first time on the plane. I thought I had to take off my shoes. I didn't. It was a nice 14-hour trip. I drank a lot of orange juice. After I got through the security, it was 황주 목사님. I recognized his face. And 집사님들's I kind of vaguely remember seeing a picture of. And I saw my little brother David. He was holding a picket, saying, "Welcome home, Nuna." He was already calling me Nuna. And they hugged me. It was our first family hug. And it kind of became a tradition for us to hug as a family.
I think I had pictured a little girl at the airport. She held out her hand for a shake, and I drew her to myself and hugged her. Realized it was a big girl. Everything started from that. We went through years of getting used to each other, and after 10 years, I think we can safely say that we have come to a place where we are, in fact, real family. The most important thing I wanted to do for her was to help her feel proud of who she is, confident about herself. For example, she wanted to hide the fact that she had lived in an orphanage and came to us when she was 12. I told her that there was nothing shameful about that. After years of talking about things like that and helping her deal with her background, I think we got to a point where she in fact is comfortable with herself in her skin. I think that's the biggest achievement from this relationship.
After 2 weeks into my new American life, I finally started to realize my life has just changed upside down. I was scared because I didn't speak English at all, only knew alphabet. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. That was it. But at the same time, I was excited for what my life was to become, surrounded by my family. So my parents and my brother decided that I should not speak Korean in the house. I'm a talkative person, so the first 2 weeks, I just didn't speak, and it just felt so frustrated and so 답답해. I just started speaking my broken English with my family. And it went on for 2 to 3 years, and it just became easier for me to just express what I was feeling. Sometimes it was harsh, but I did say whatever I needed to in English. They really taught me how to digest information and make it really into my own knowledge. I got into Case Western Reserve University in Ohio. At the time of filling out financial aid application, it took me back a second because I had to explain my different situation about my upbringing, and I had to talk about my birth parents and how I was abandoned and they would not be able to contribute any financially. And that was hard, and I think at the time I was kind of still ashamed of where I came from, and I just wanted to erase that from my life story. But after a year has passed, I had readjusted to my new life at Case Western. I started thinking about my identity. Whenever I meet new people, I would have to kind of brush off on my past And it just felt so incomplete talking about my past. At some point, I just had a realization that that part is also me. It's what like completes my identity. So I started to feel more comfortable sharing about my background. Of course, that change was due to my loving family that welcomed me, and they made sure that I belonged in this family. This was a home that I could always come back to. I'm currently finishing my senior year at Case Western Reserve University with my nursing degree, and I'm also finishing my senior practicum at Cleveland Clinic Medical ICU. In the future, I hope to become a critical care nurse practitioner. Thinking back, my life has been a ride of a roller coaster of changes, but I know that there were many people didn't know me that I didn't know, stepped up, prayed for me, supported me, and walked with me through this journey. And they have contributed to shaping me the person that I am today. Now I know there are so many other children who need the same support and care that I have received. My hope in my life is that these children who feel lost right now and who feel alone are able to find a home where they can belong to and be the person they can be, reach their fullest potential with the proper support system that I was able to get with YANA. You're not alone.